Hey there again, Techians. So for this video, we will now be adding the audio as I've said in the previous one. So let's begin. Let's not dilly-dally so that we can finish this game already. Well, anyway, um, let's find the audio that we have just inserted in our hierarchy. As far as I can tell, we have already added it. Oh, here we have the letter M. Let's rename this not M. Let's say rename M audio so that we can easily identify it as the audio letter M. So M, if you want to play that, just head to your assets folder and find the location of it where you now here we have the audios and M. Let's play it. Where's the play button now? Why is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh yes. Why is it not playing? Why am I not allowed to play it? And okay. What object? Where is it? Why am I not allowed to play it? Where is it now? Well, anyway, we'll just attach this and see if this is the letter M audio. So in order to do that, let's head over again to our manager class, and in our script here we're gonna declare first an audio source variable in order for us to store the M audio and be able to use it in our game. So let's make public, let's say I don't want this to be accessible in other scripts, so serialize field audio source, not audio settings, source. What's this source? And letter N. And then I'm gonna make a function that will allow me to set the letter M audio source into a play mode. So public void letter sound, and just simply write the variable name of the audio source, letter M dot play, letter M dot play. And we're gonna call this in the script wherein whenever the player catches the correct letter, it will be destroyed, and after or at the same time the letter M audio will play. So let's find that letter collide, not here, maybe it's in the right letter collide. So here I'm gonna call the function as well, the game manager letter sound. So I'm just gonna simply copy this one and head over to right letter collide, wherein this is attached to our player. And if call.gameObject that tag is equal or collides with the right letter, game manager score is up, and then game manager dot instance dot, and there we have it, letter sound. So let's see if it will work. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, game manager. So we should be adding here. Okay, what's going on? What's going on here? Game manager's letter sound. Yep, we do have a letter sound. Public void. Yep, we have that. Oh yeah, I haven't pressed the Control S in the game manager class. That's why it's not reading the or not allowing us to access the function. We haven't compiled the scripts yet. So there we have it. We have no error. So here we have now the letter M. We're just gonna drag. Make sure that the audio that you will be adding to your game is already in the hierarchy, not here in your assets folder, because that will not work. So game manager, M audio, and I'm gonna drag that there, and make sure the M audio is not play on awake, so that whenever the game starts it will not play. So let's see if we catch the letter M. The letter M audio should play. And okay, there we have it. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Every time the catcher catches letter M, it increments the score, it destroys the game object, as well as it sounds the letter name, which is M. Okay, so that is for the correct letter. Let's have now this audio for the wrong letter. So let's have here, yeah, we have the wrong letter audio. It is already added in our hierarchy. And then in the game manager class again, we're gonna declare audio source, and we can just write it in a single code. Let's say here wrong letter SFX, and there we have it. Hit Ctrl S, and we're gonna make a function for that. Public void wrong letter sound, and then we're just gonna simply, it's the name of that variable, wrong letter SFX. I'm just gonna simply copy it and then paste that play, and we're gonna hit Ctrl S. Don't ever forget that whenever you make a change in your script, always save it. And then in the right letter collide, here in the wrong letter, we're gonna call the function in game manager. Let's just copy the function. Wrong letter sound, Ctrl C, game manager dot instance dot. So here are the possible things that we can add. Dot, let's say, and a semi. So let's see. So we will catch a wrong letter, and let's hear how it sounds. So in this audio, you can select your own or attach your own preferred audio. So for me, oops, okay, we haven't stored yet the wrong letter here in the wrong SFX variable that we have just declared. Wrong letter, drag the audio, and then hit play. Let's see. We'll catch a wrong letter. And here I'm gonna catch a wrong letter. And there you have it. That's the sound. So whenever that sound is played, meaning the player is catching the wrong letter. And there we have it. Let's hit the play button, and next we're gonna add the audio whenever the game over pops up. So to do that, yep, we haven't added the game over audio here. So let's have first the game over. Let's add it to our scene. Yep, start game audio, wrong letter, power up. So start game, this should be play on awake, because I want the game whenever it is whenever it starts. Yeah, I want to hear that audio. It's like an entrance of, you know, and I don't know. But I want that to be played whenever the game starts. So it's up to you if you want to add that. It depends on your preference. So let's add now the game over audio, and then we will uncheck the play on awake. And here in the game manager class again, let's declare again a variable for that. So let's just write it again in one code or include it in a single code. Wrong letter SFX, so I want to add game over SFX. Hit Control S and make a function for that. Public void game over sound. And then we're just gonna simply play that game over SFX dot play and hit Control S, and we're gonna call this on the function or on the script we're in. We made the conditions to set the game into game over. So I guess that's an our letter spawn. Oh yeah, we have it here. Okay. The condition that we have just made for the game over mode of the game whenever the player loses the game is already here in the game manager class. So we shouldn't be making a separate function for the game over. Instead, so if the life is equal to 0, game over sprite set active, and here we're just gonna simply play the game over SFX. Game over SFX dot play. So hopefully Techians, you can understand the logic of C# scripting. If you want to call it in a single pile of code, you're gonna have to create a function. And if you want to make statements, you're just gonna have to use the if else statement. I recommend that you use that if else. I'm not comfortable with using switch case. And then if you want game objects to be inactive as the game starts, you're just gonna include or set the variable inactive or set to false in the start event function. So hit Control S. So as you can see, we're not gonna call it anymore in some scripts that we have in our game, since the condition here is already in the game managers. So let's see. When we lose the game, game over pops up and the sound. So let's catch the wrong letters. Oops, why am I not catching? Okay, A. And there we have it, and we only have one life. Okay, and okay, where is that? We have now an error, and yep, I know we didn't add the game over audio here, and since it was null, the next line of code was not read here. After reading this one, playing the game over, next we have to set this active, and since this was become null, this code were not read. So that's one of a necessary skill of a developer. You should know. We should somehow know how to debug the errors. So anyway, I do admit that I'm not yet a professional kind of field. I'm still learning, and you're gonna learn as well. See if this will not. Okay, there we have it. Since the value of the variable game over SFX has now a value, so the code was read by the IDE. So let's see. So anyway, those are for the audios. We can also add audios in the button if you like. Well, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So in the button here, let's add a component. Let's say Okay, that's what I missed. In the resources that I've shared, I didn't include the buttons sound. Well, anyway, let's not add that. Well, maybe I'm just gonna make a separate video for that. So that's it, Techians, for the audios in your game. So simply just by writing a code, you can manipulate any audios that you will include in your scene. So for the next module, we will be adding the power up and put the finishing touches of the scene, and also we're gonna make the level 2 and 3, which is for the letter S and the letter A, and that will not be difficult since we're just gonna save this as scene and change some properties here, especially the reference letter and the tag of the letter, since in the level 2 the correct letter should be letter S, and in the level 3 the letter A. So that's it, Takayans. See ya.